Hello, everyone. It's Max here, and I bet you're wondering what's going on. Today is not the day. If you're watching this on the one day where it premieres, where was Monday's upload? What is this? Well, just to put it to you real quick, if you're not on our Discord and you don't know, I was on a work trip last week. I did not have time to edit what should have been Monday's episode. And I said, okay, what can I do instead? Well, we're going to, for the very first time in our almost 7 years of podcasting, open up the Patreon vault. And we're going to put out one of the episodes, and it's one of our favorites. This is Legendairy, the Cluckening. This is I guess you could call it in the period between season 2.5 and season 3, starring everyone's favorite fathers, Cornelius, Need Lesser, and Anderson Rivers. Beth ran this back in, I think, June or July of 2023, and I think it's special for a lot of reasons. I think that if you've been following season 3, you'll see a lot of stuff that, I sort of yoinked for my own. Some characters, some references. It's a really fun episode. We'll be back on Monday with our regularly scheduled programming. And until then, stay safe, drink lots of water. And I was about to stop this, but I'm going to thank our patrons so we can bring the rest of this episode to you without interruption. Which is why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emilyn Laderna, Smarties, Charlie Rose, Adam Carpenter, and Marco Malmstrom for their continued support of the show. Now you can all have a great week and enjoy the Cluckening.
Big fan of mobile labs. Mythbusters Mobile Lab,
The Mythbusters
Cosmo
mobile
Weird
lab.
Space Science Mobile Lab,
Yeah, and then the weird
the
sound
Weird
department.
Noise Department Mobile Lab, the Weird Sounds Department Mobile Lab.
It just travels around, and right when you need like peace and quiet for your nice recording, it just really sticks it to you there.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I got to record that. I'm glad now I can forever remember the weird noise department. I guess we're rolling. I guess I guess you're here, Will, and then we just started rolling.
Yeah. I'm
Lem-
here. I'm unfollowing all the Tumblr accounts that are more than 1 year inactive.
That's a good
Fair.
idea.
I haven't used my Tumblr account in like fucking 10 years.
Don't unfollow my Tumblr account, even though I probably haven't used it in a year.
I don't even know who you are.
Unfollow Beth.
Don't unfollow me.
Unfollow
I have
Beth.
I have so much content in the works. I'm definitely doing stuff.
I'm really planning my big Tumblr influencer comeback.
To my 30 followers, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I got like a frog in my throat just sitting here. It was very strange.
Oh, that's the mobile frog department.
That's the mobile frog department. That department's only available on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
well,
it's
it's Tuesdays though.
It is.
I've been trying to look. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to lose the mobile frog department all day, but they keep chasing me. It's Tuesday, baby.
It's Tuesday, baby.
I'm not fast enough. I'm not strong enough. Not on a Tuesday.
Are you frog enough?
I am frog. Ow! I just stabbed myself.
The mobile stab department?
I picked up a pen. I thought it was the side of the pen that doesn't stab you really hard, but it was actually clicked.
The two sides of the pen, the one that stabs you really hard, and the other one.
That really hurt. Oh well. All right. Well, are we ready to get started?
Yeah, maybe we should just real quick. I'm sure the audience at home can probably figure it out from the title that I don't even know. But this is not the next episode of season 2 Abridged. I'm very excited to do that, but unfortunately, due to circumstances only in control of mice, Mark is not able to join us today. So once again, Phoebe is suffering from chronic Taco Bell food poisoning.
Taco Bell food poisoning.
That too.
Absolutely devastated her.
It's the double whammy.
Oh, she went to 2 in one day. She did
It
the
was
all-you-can-eat breakfast, and then she went for brunch.
after they really cleared up the Taco Tuesday like copyright thing.
Mhm.
Taco institutions just went ham. Well, really,
With
they
ham.
went beef, but you know.
Beef ham, they just went off.
So anyway, knowing about the mice infestation, I went to my dear friend Beth, who some of you may be familiar with,
Not many.
and I said, Beth, help. And Beth said, what if I did a post-season 2.5 shenanigans starring Anderson and Cornelius? And I said, yeah, girl, I'll be there for that. And then Will came too.
Yeah.
And here we are.
I just showed up. I wasn't invited. I'm just, sometimes you just show up places and people are doing stuff.
Yeah, I was
Will's just always here.
very excited to be Cornelius, actually. But you'll probably do a better job than I would have. Anyway.
Well,
so.
I was thinking that like Will could
Maybe.
play Anderson, you could play Cornelius. Just really switch it up this episode.
Oh, is this the Freaky Friday episode?
Yeah, this is the Freaky Friday, but only the 90s one. Only that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, well, welcome to this. We're gonna open.
Can we please know the name?
It's kind of spoilers.
Well, the audience
For
at
us,
home
but
is
not for
always,
the audience.
Yeah, not for the audience, but for me, the audience at home. It's fine. We'll figure it out in post.
I will. How about I'll tell you as soon as it's no longer a spoiler for you.
That's fine.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna open about 4 months after the end of season 2.5. Everything's kind of still in cleanup, but for the most part, it has been about 6 months since the Samicus incident.
Oh,
And,
is the episode called Return of Samicus?
Definitely not, because I couldn't fit that in one episode. But and also I'm pretty sure they died, so
Oh my god, I almost spit my water out at that. Just like, not today. I couldn't do that in a one-off. Stay tuned.
stay tuned to my 2-off that's coming in 2 months. No, but for the most part, New Senzaba's actually kind of calmed down on both of your ends. Anderson, we are going to open with you. It is about 9 a.m. on a Saturday. It's actually like really nice weather outside. Rose took off with B pretty early this morning. She said she was going to a girls' day with some of her friends out of state because her friend said, and she quoted, they wouldn't step foot in that godforsaken hellscape of a state if you paid them. So out of state adventure.
The whole state.
The whole state of Connecticut is just really haunted. Just really haunted.
They put that shit off limits.
I just like
No
can't.
more.
I can't believe that we actually, in canon, have removed an entire state from the continental United States, and this one woman is just like, I don't want to go to Connecticut.
I think it's less about this random woman and more about like a former Connecticut resident, probably from New Sensiba, who was like, you couldn't pay me to go back to that state.
Oh, okay. I got you. I'm putting down what you're picking up.
But I do think about No Jersey on a daily basis, like constantly. Anyway, not where we're at today. But so, just you and Boo. How's your morning going?
I don't know. I mean, it's too early for Anderson to make that kind of a judgment call. So he goes downstairs. What is Boo doing?
Boo is sitting on the couch with one of those like TV trays, eating a big ass bowl of Blerios. And he is just absolutely crunching up a storm because after about like a good 10-second assessment, you realize there's just no milk in there. He's just eating Blerios.
Oh, Boo, we have almond milk, oat milk, goat milk, and like milk. Oh God, no! Wait,
Nope, delete that one. Take that one out.
Just bleep
delete that one.
Just bleep that.
Bloat milk.
You said, yeah, bloat milk. It's a.
It's from Blunkin.
It's a Blunkin special.
We have so much milk, Boo. What? Hang on, sorry.
There's so much milk,
Boo,
and yet
we have literally so. Why? What are you doing, bud?
He turns and he's just like, I really like the crunch, Dad, and Mom won't let me have more than 5 Blerios on like a weekly basis. She says it's too much gluten, and I just really missed it crunching.
I mean, if you want the crunch, do you know how much granola we have? That your mom? Do you know how much granola your mom buys?
He looks at you and he goes, "Yeah, Dad, I go to school. Who do you think has to eat it?"
Not me, that's for sure. Well, listen, could you get me a bowl?
He goes, "Yeah, of course." Gets up, and when you blink, he's just not in the room anymore. As you kind of settle in, your phone actually starts going off.
Anderson's heart sinks as he picks it up and looks to see who's calling.
It's your sister.
Oh, that's not too bad. Hello?
You are greeted by the sounds of pretty strong metal whirring, grinding, and the occasional like, "Oh my god!" Before you hear Atticus go, "Hello, hello, hey, I'm sorry,
Addie?
hold on."
Hello?
She kind of moves away. The sound kind of lessens. She goes, "Hello,
Hello?
hi, hey, sorry, sorry to bother you so early. I'm just having a weird sync problem. Hey, what are you doing today?"
What do you mean sync problem?
Um,
It sounds like you're getting like your entire. It sounds like you're literally doing like an everything but the kitchen sink like type of issue right now where like your whole house is being demolished and like all that's left is the kitchen sink.
So, no, actually, I got my leg stuck in the sink. I got it stuck in the garbage disposal, and
You got your
Lily,
prosthetic leg stuck in the garbage disposal. How did you
yes,
how did you do
any
that?
she stalls, and for a minute in your mind space thing, you kind of just see her like plunging the fuck out of the garbage disposal with her. Which, by the way, I want to describe Atticus's. I don't know about Anderson, but Atticus's prosthetic specifically is like a plastic, basically foot, a large metal rod, and then the thing that basically clasps to your leg. Not
Well,
just like a big plastic foot.
now it is. Or it was, I should say. Now
It
it's
was.
probably
Um,
like
yeah, well, after the grinding, and blending, the smoothification of the prosthetic that Lily is quote possibly doing, yeah, you kind of just looks like she was trying to plunge the sink with it. She goes, anyway, you don't have to worry about it. We're getting it figured out. Hey, what are you doing today?
nothing. One of Rose's weird friends invited her out of town, so I think Boo and I are just gonna eat dry cereal.
Don't you have like 15 kinds of milk? Doesn't Rose literally mandate you can? It doesn't matter. Hey, I got 4 tickets to. Doesn't Boo really like that milk superhero Legendary?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. So, Lily ended up getting invited to an advanced screening of the movie. It doesn't come out till next year, I guess. Um, and obviously, I'm not going anywhere. So, do you want them?
What's it called?
What is it? Legendary and the Pork Bowl or something.
Leg-
Legendary in the pork butt, maybe.
Legendary and the Pork Bowl?
Might be butt. I don't actually remember. I just glanced at it.
Do I
Before the.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like I haven't kept up a whole lot since Guardians of the Dairyverse 3.
Yeah, no. I watched the one at your party like a couple months ago, but that's the first one I've ever seen. Lily just knows someone, so
Okay,
um,
hang on a second. I don't know if Boo has other shenanigans. Boo!
yeah.
Boo, do you want to see Legendary and the Pork Bowl?
You hear glass shattering, and then he is right next to you, and he goes, "Legend? Did you say Legendary in the pork bowl? That doesn't come out till next year."
My breakfast. Uh,
Oh,
your your aunt Atticus and Lily, I guess, got advanced screening tickets, but they can't go. Um,
What? He starts like losing his fucking mind. He's like, they're having an advanced screening, and we got tickets to go see the advanced screening of Legendary and the Pork Bowl. You got us tickets a year in advance, and he just starts screaming.
oh heavens. Okay. Well, I think that's a yes. Atticus, are how many tickets are there? Is it just me and Boo?
No, I got 4. I didn't know we were gonna invite you guys anyway because the twins are not gonna watch a movie. But I'll just email them over to you guys, so don't even worry about it.
Sweet. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Love you. Bye. She hangs up.
Okay. I like just kind of stare at my phone, and then I call Cornelius.
All right. Pause there. Cornelius. Today
Yeah.
is a nice, beautiful, sunny Saturday morning. It's about 9 a.m. At the moment, after all the chores have been taken care of in the morning, Nancy and Harriet are kind of snuggled up on the sofa watching the very first of the Schmerald Planter movie series, talking about how they're absolutely going to go bananas on that series today.
I'm sorry, the what?
What are you... Schmerald Planter? Like Harry Potter, but different?
It's Schmerald Planter. Not even Harold Planter. Schmerald Planter.
I actually did have Harold Planter, and then I was like, "That's so obvious." Schmerald.
It was still written by J.K. Rowling, but it stands for Just Kidding Rowling, and it's a much more tolerant.
It's a better series.
It's a much more tolerant franchise as a result.
Anyway, that's what they're up to. What are you up to, Cornelius?
Depending on how late in the day, probably
It's
like
about
house
9 a.m.
chores.
Okay.
So we probably just finished up breakfast time. I'm doing kitchen dish time.
Okay. Zanderson actually ends up running into the kitchen with like a giant mud pie, and that's just been dripping. And he goes, Dad, look what I got. And he holds it up for you to examine.
I know this kid has done this before. I remember this. This is not the first time that we have done this.
Last time it was breakfast, and there were worms involved. That's great, kiddo.
No. He's kind of like wipes some mud off onto the splats on the floor, and he goes, I will get that. And he reveals like a series of really muddy rocks, but like 4 really big ones. And again, shows them to you.
Okay, what do we have here?
I think they're geodes, and I heard that geodes are magic. So I might have like just found a magic geode mine in our yard, and I'm thinking that if we can like start selling these, we could be rich. And we don't have to tell anyone if they aren't actually magic, because everything's magic.
Okay.
What do you think? Do you think they're real geodes or not? He wipes some more mud onto the floor.
Okay, listen, first of all, maybe rinse them off before you bring them into the house next time. Second, you gotta clean that up, my guy.
Oh, okay. He puts the rocks on the ground, and then grabs the entire roll of paper towels and just starts cleaning them up. He's doing his best. It's happening. And after a few minutes of supervising this, your phone rings.
I dismayedly pick up my phone. Hello.
Hello, Cornelius.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, I'm just supervising the mud cleanup.
More mud pies, huh?
Always mud pies.
Hey, listen, you're handy, right? You're like, you know how to use like tools and shit, right?
Uh-huh.
Listen, Atticus got her foot legs stuck in a garbage disposal. I don't have the foggiest idea how to do that, and from what I understand, thanks to powers beyond my control or desire, I don't think Atticus or Lily have the ability to do anything about that. But you are crafty and tooly, but not like a tool. Not like uh. Anyway, can you would you be able to give me a hand? And by that I mean do it. Can you do that?
And can you do me a favor and be there, and then I can show you how to do that so that when it happens again, because this has definitely happened before and will happen again, you know how to do it?
I think the best thing that I can do to help you in this situation is
I hang
stay.
up.
All
I
right,
hang up and I'm already going to Atticus's.
all right. I say, boo. Pack your thing. No, don't pack your things. We're not going. Boo, we're going to your aunt's house.
He's like midway shoving his half-eaten bowl of Blerios into his backpack, and he goes, "Don't bring it."
Okay, you can bring it. Just pour mine in there
Dumps
too,
the rest.
please.
Dumps it in there. He just he pours the box into his bag.
Oh boy. That's
Zip.
fine. I grab like a spoon from the pantry and follow and head over to Atticus's house.
Perfect. Y'all kind of end up there within the same time frame, maybe like a few minutes apart. Cornelius, are you bringing anyone with you or just by yourself?
I guess I can bring my mud-covered son with me.
You bring your mud-covered son. He has finished cleaning up the mud on the floor and then gotten a new roll of paper towels when he was less muddy. But he is still clutching his dirty rocks, and he's kind of just shoving them in his pocket as he follows you out.
Okay, all right. Those are gonna need to be hosed down before they go in the wash, and that's okay.
He laughs and he goes, "I like the hose."
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna hose you down.
Oh, again, really?
You're getting the
Can that
hose right
can
along
that
with
be
those shorts.
can that be my bath?
No, you still have to take a bath.
Aw, he gets in the car. And you guys meet up right outside of Atticus's house. Even though you're all outside, one of the windows appears to be like open a crack, and you can still hear like some pretty vicious metal whirring sounds
Oh,
occasionally.
heavens.
Mhm.
Okay. I go over and I knock on the door.
After a few minutes of this, because again the loud whirring noises, eventually Lily opens the door, kind of sweaty, and she goes, "Oh, hi. What are you guys doing here?"
Oh, I found someone who's infinitely more useful at things like this than any of us collectively are. No offense.
She looks at Cornelius and she goes, "Oh my God, thank you." "Thank you, Atticus. You can stop." And the whirring stops. She goes, "Why? Cornelius is here." Fuck. And she leads you back into the kitchen where Atticus is kind of just leaning on the counter, um, the fucking leg just sticking out of the sink. It looks like a leg stuck in a sink.
I,
How? Like how? Like how did you do that?
Atticus has the bridge of her nose pinched between her fingers and says, I don't know what got stuck down there, but it was clogged, and I didn't have anything that was making a dent, and I was already lubricating the foot because the joint was getting stuck, and I just thought, it won't go all the way down. It went all the way down, and now
Atticus,
yeah, I know.
Atticus, you own a plunger. I know you do. There's at
For the
least one,
toilet.
maybe even two.
Ew.
Okay, so you rinse it off. Do you know what bacteria grows in a sink? That you just wash it afterwards.
this
You're
is
gonna use
why
your
I brought him.
expensive. You would rather save your $4 plunger from the $4 store than use. Yeah, so you're saving that, and you're using your hundreds to thousands of dollars prosthetic limb that you need to walk. Mm-hmm.
Atticus just kind of looks at you.
Mm-hmm.
Um. Okay, when you put it like that, I do maybe see exactly where you're coming from. I don't I'm not saying it wasn't stupid. I'm just saying I'm stupid. So, I promise the next time my sink clogs, I will not use my prosthetic leg.
I'm
Yeah,
just
maybe
thinking.
next time try like drain cleaner or a plumber.
ran out of we ran out of Drano. I thought I could solve the problem. Instead, I think I made a smoothie. So
Yeah, no, that thing is toast. You're gonna need a new one.
that sucks. Okay, well, do you know at least how to get it out so we can just use the sink again, Cornelius?
I'll give it I'll give it a good hearty wiggle and pull
Okay,
on it also.
roll strength for me.
Yo, I can do that because Cornelius is still here. Oh god, the measuring cups.
Not
All
the
my
measuring
cups.
cups.
Oh,
I have
While
an assortment of collapsible measuring cups here with me.
So while
Don't ask.
Cornelius is like tugging and pulling away, Anderson is kind of like leaned up against the counter, like just completely not doing anything. And he's like, "So, hey, do you and Zan watch like Legendary?"
you hear from the other room, Boo go, Legendary?
Not Boo. This isn't about you right now.
Aw.
I think Zan does. Also, I rolled a 19, which is a hard success.
You go, okay, pop. Okay, it literally just pops right out of the sink. The plastic foot bit is shredded to hell. It looks absolutely destroyed. There's all kinds of like razor marks along the metal, but it's still in one piece. Then you freed it. It smells really weird now because it's been inside the garbage disposal.
Oh,
I'm gonna rinse that off, and then I'm gonna hand it to Atticus, and I'm gonna say, when you go to the prosthetist, you're gonna tell him exactly what you did.
yeah, you're gonna tell him about the foot crimes that you did.
She gives you a
Atticus.
look. She gives you a look, Anderson. I will think about it.
You will. Not that you will think about it. You will tell him, or I will.
You don't know who my prosthesis is.
Oh,
I've
actually, he does.
literally,
He's done it for me.
I've literally brought both of you at one point or another to
I'm
an
pretty.
appointment.
I think you guys are on a first name basis by this point. I've seen the way you two talk.
Atticus. Okay, fine. I'll tell them I tried to use my foot as a plunger. I thought it was a good idea at the time.
Did you wake up like 4 seconds before you did that?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Just like within like 15 minutes. I was making the coffee, the twins are crying, we were getting the bottles, the sink wasn't working, and I was just like, my foot was stuck. And I was like, two birds, one stone. But I actually just the birds attacked me.
Oh, the
2 birds, 1
tickets.
stone becomes 4 birds.
Yes.
No
Wait,
stones.
before I forget again, Cornelius, I have
Yes.
two tickets to see Legendary and the Pork Bowl, which doesn't even come out for another year because this one lost her foot in a garbage disposal. I'm only taking Boo and I. Do you and Zan want to come?
Sure. I know Zan likes that series.
That's perfect. You
So.
know what? I was just gonna email it over, but I'll give it. She reaches over into one of the drawers and like pulls out a little like folded up piece of paper that just has the reservation tickets on it. She hands it to you guys.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. Man, I haven't been to a movie since like the crypto wars happened.
It's like I said, this is an advanced premiere, so it's a children's movie, but it's just dress up nice. Just try to be nice because there will be fancy people there. You don't have to interact with them, it doesn't matter, but if you just show up in like dad clothes, I don't know, you might get looks.
Are you telling me that I'm not fancy?
Are you telling me I have to hose my son down?
She looks over at where in their living room where Zan is, and she goes, Did he make another mud pie? Did you bring him here after that?"
Well, sometimes your son comes in your house and tells you about the magic geodes he found in the background, and then sometimes you get a phone call while that's happening about someone's leg getting stuck in a garbage disposal.
I'm like grabbing Boo by the arm. I'm like, all right, Cornelius, I'll pick you up in a little bit. Gotta go change into fancy boy clothes. See you later.
Okay.
Um, Zan comes back in and he's like, "Dad, you are not gonna believe what I found in the couch."
I am not gonna believe what you found in the couch. We're going home.
He's like, "It's in my pocket."
Of course it is.
So Atticus is just like losing it in the kitchen. And you guys all go home to be fancy boys. How long does it take you to hose Zan down?
Oh, I'm gonna say like probably 5 minutes. He's a little liberally coated in mud.
He calls it layers. He's like, I saw that one episode of Avatar, and now I layered on.
You should stop doing that.
Ew.
All right, well,
you'll get enough mud when we do crops. There ain't no gosh darn reason.
I'm becoming one with the earth. Like you, Dad.
Oh boy. I squirt him with the hose one more time, and then I usher him inside.
Great. Tell me about your fancy boy outfits.
Oh, for
Um,
Anderson, it's the exact same thing that he wore to Adelaide's funeral.
Does it still have the barf stain on it?
No, he got it out. It's still
Okay.
There's like, if you look at it at the right time of day and the right lighting, you might
Mhm.
be like, definitely looks like a small baby puked all over that. But otherwise, it was cleaned up very nicely.
Oh, good. And what's Boo rocking?
Oh, Boo only has one like preteen's first tux, like for like the the uh the jingle ball at like the local middle school, kind of like Babby's first kitty dance.
No, it's too small on him. He had a small growth spurt, so like bits of his elbow, or not elbow. Oh my god, like wrist and his legs are just sticking out, and he's
Yeah,
like walking a little bit like this.
it's definitely a little tight, but there is not enough time to go to the store. And honestly, I don't think Boo really cares that much about A, appearances, and B, in general, because he's seeing a world premiere Legendary film spectacular.
Yeah, he is wearing that cape that he gave you that one time during 2.5. He's got that on right now, and he's absolutely losing his mind excited.
Yeah, Anderson like thinks about how there'll be fancy people there, but also how Atticus said it's definitely a kids movie. Anderson's like, the cape's fine.
Perfect. And Cornelius, tell me about your fancy boy clothes. I'm curious.
um, probably very similar to Anderson and Son. And probably similar to Ander and Son.
And son.
Fancy
Sanderson,
fancy dad suit and fancy boy suit. That's maybe just a little small.
just a little bit. The
No
pants are a
jacket.
little.
Nice dress shirt though.
Oh, he's doing that
Pants are sporting that capri era because he's getting taller but not any wider.
exactly. He's debating. He asks you, Dad, should I wear socks like Uncle Anderson does, like up to my shin, or is that frowned upon at parties?
Definitely do that. It might hide the fact that your pants are too short.
Okay. He wears like neon yellow socks.
Man. You got any like black socks left?
He goes, Yeah, I just thought these were fancier.
Yeah, you
He
know
pulls
what?
out bla-
You
he pulls
you
out
can you can no you know what? You can do what you want. Have fun with it.
He also puts on some he's like his little goblin helmet. He puts on some light up Heelys and he just Heelys out the door.
Oh man. All right.
Nancy waves as you leave and she goes, where are you headed off to?
Uh Anderson invited us to go to the movies with him and Boo, so figure while you guys are
Oh,
having a girls' day, we'll
well,
go see a movie or
yeah,
something.
bring us home some popcorn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
Harriet gets
definitely
excited.
be like a little soggy from too much butter and a little stale from too much time away from the movie theater, but we will.
They both nod sagely, and Harry goes, "That's the best way to have it." And Nancy goes, "Yeah, she gets it." All right, love you, babe. Bye.
See you later.
All right. Do you guys drive up together, or do you just like drive up separately?
No, I pick Cornelius up because I think that in his farmer lifestyle, he probably doesn't have a car with good gas mileage or electric mileage, whatever they're using in the future.
I mean, he's
Uh,
definitely got the work truck, but they've also definitely got like a family vehicle now.
Anderson ignores the family vehicle and picks you up in a little sedan. Beep beep.
All right. Mentally in my head, I pictured Cornelius sitting in the back seat with Zand and Anderson with his own child in the front seat. And I don't know why that's where my brain decided that was the correct trajectory. Anyways, I get in the front seat.
Do you kick Boo's in the front seat?
I
Are you gonna kick my son out?
I basketball toss your son into the back seat.
Boo's like clutching at the front seat like a cat. And he's like, "No, Uncle Corey, no, it's my turn." He gets
Whee!
shoved.
Give him a little toss right into the back seat.
He just goes, "Oof." He buckles up immediately.
Oh, these lives we live.
My legs are too long to be sitting in the back seat.
That's true. I'm sorry. I would not move up for you. It's nothing personal. It's just my own well-being. Let's go see Pork Bowl. I just
Both kids
slam
start
on the
going
gas.
in the back seat, just like screeching.
None of that got picked up, and I'm so glad about it.
Yep, just imagine two little kids high pitched screaming.
Yeah, so I kind of like adjust the mirror so I can look at my son in the back, and I say, "So, Boo, what on God's green earth is the pork bowl? What is this?"
So the pork bowl is so after the Dairy of the Galaxy, or I forget what the last movie is because I don't care about that anymore because it's all Pork Bowl now. In the comics, Pork Bowl was like the head of the pork industry, and he really didn't like how Legendairy was going around and saving people and promoting cheese and calcium when he was trying to promote bacon fat and pork chops. Oh, so they come to a head, but then this accidentally splits the timeline into a world of just cheese or just pork, and they just end up in the wrong. So it's a whole thing. It's going to be end up being part one. There's a lot of rumors online about whether this will be a trilogy or like if it's going to turn into like a whole entire new series for the series. He just goes off for the next 15 minutes about how like the intricacies of Pork Bowl, explaining that this is all just based off the comics and like forums he's been reading in his child free time about Legendary.
As this is happening, Anderson's face just like slowly morphs into like the equivalent of being told he has 6 months to live. Just like the dawning horror of like, I am never going to escape Legendary and all of these awful fucking antagonists. But at one point he does breathe a sigh of relief and says, I'm like actually very relieved that the premise is not that this man is trying to push pig's milk as an alternative, because I just don't think I could like do that. Like,
No, that's gross, Dad.
yeah,
Sanderson says, yeah, that's. I mean, well, I'd try it, and Boo's like, ew.
Ew is right. Where is this? Where is this showing?
So this is premiering in Hartford at the somewhere fancy.
The
I'm sure there's
Blexfinity Center.
a Blexfinity shed. I was gonna say there's got to be at least one fancy, nice area of Hartford. There has to be.
Oh, can we call it Flexinity? That's better.
Yeah, Flexinity, the
Yeah.
Flexinity Center. It's all done up. They kind of direct you towards a parking garage that has been like designated for the event because there's no obviously street parking. It's Hartford, and there's only like one gate open for heading through. There's a ticket guy, but there's actually it takes you a weirdly long amount of time to get through the line for just entering a parking garage, and by the time you get up to the gate, you can tell that this man is moving erratically.
Okay. Hi. We're here. We have tickets. What?
He turns and he kind of gives you a weird sideways glance, turns his head back, flutters his arms, hits a button, and the boop heads up. The bar heads up, and you are capable of entering the parking garage.
Cornelius, did that man just whoop at us?
Just drive. Just drive.
All right, I start like driving, and I'm like kind of following.
Don't
him
just
in,
look
like,
at
the
I
rearview mirror.
put my hand on top of your head and I put it back to the road. Don't just drive. We live in Connecticut.
Maybe this was like in character. Like, Boo, do you recognize that? Is that like a bit?
Boo shrugs and he's like, "There's like not chickens in the series yet. Like no one really does anything with chickens, so no.
I fucking hate
Maybe it's
Hartford.
like bad promotion." And
Yeah.
Zanderson's like, "Yeah, that's definitely what it is. That guy, he was acting. I could see it in his eyes."
I tried not to make eye contact.
I saw him trying to make eye contact with you a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Not a big eye contact kind of guy today, or in general. And I try to find parking.
You do. The parking garage is fairly large, and this doesn't seem like it's an absolutely massive event. There's a fair bit of cars around, but by the time you get to like the second floor, there is ample parking, and people are walking towards the exit. Some in very fancy dress wear, some in some just more like casual but formal attire, kind of like what you're rocking. So other than that weird guy, everything here appears totally normal.
Shit. Oh, God damn it. He didn't give us a ticket. Oh, maybe.
Well, you know what that means.
Free parking! Both the boys in the back scream.
Oh no. Maybe they validate it here. I don't know. All right. Everyone out.
Everyone clambers out. Your walk up to the exit for the parking garage and over to the Flexinity Center is fairly uneventful. You know what? Actually, can you both roll luck for me?
Oh boy, can I?
Oh boy. Can I refuse?
No.
Okay. That is a pass.
Okay.
Also a pass.
Okay. As you're making your way down the stairs, Cornelius, it gets a little tight. You kind of bunch up towards Anderson, and in doing so, you accidentally back up and you glance up, and behind you is massive movie star and beloved voice actor Blom Schmenny, who is the voice of Legendairy, and you kind of bump into him.
Blom
And he goes,
Schmetty.
Schmenny?
Blom Schmenny.
Blom Schmenny, voicer of
Blom.
Legendairy in the animated series.
Mm-hmm. He's one of the biggest voice actors of this generation. He voiced a lot of the cartoons you guys grew up on, actually. And he kind of goes, "Oh, excuse me."
Is that what Blom Schmenny sounds like?
What Blom Schmenny sounds like.
Smounds Mike.
He smells Mike.
Okay.
Anyway, that's it. You see a famous person.
Hell yeah, luck
Congratulations,
succeeded. I've
Cornelius.
seen a famous person.
And you guys continue on. You make your way over to the entrance of the theater. It's actually got a whole red carpet rolled out. There's like 4 people doing the whole like paparazzi thing, but only 4 of them. And for the most part, people are just kind of milling in. Do you guys stop to try and get a picture taken?
Nope, Anderson
No.
is head down, walking forward as quickly as possible, grabbing Boo by the arm.
Okay, great. Zanderson is going to try and get his picture taken.
No,
Cornelius, do you
come
do
back
anything?
here. Come back here. Come back
He's
here.
like, just one, please, Dad.
No, come on. You're gonna miss the movie, so you can have a picture with a guy.
Oh, not the movie. And he runs inside.
That's what I thought.
As you guys get in, everything is decked out with like Legendairy and like produced by blank, voiced by blank, like all
Oh,
a bunch of like
who was it produced by?
um
And who was it voiced by?
it was voiced by Blumschmeny, like I said, but it was produced by Big Stinky Productions.
Oh, sweet. Anderson looks up and says, "God damn it, this isn't even one of the live action ones. Lily got us fucking tickets to an animated premiere." Oh,
Boo turns around and he's like, "Dad, you don't even know anything. There are no live action, no live action Legendary movies.
isn't Legendary like
all-
a guy?
Yeah, but they haven't gotten to that point in the series yet. It's all part of the Pork Bowl like trilogy probably, or the duology. We're not really sure yet. But eventually it splits off into a live action and the animated series so that they can have both. That's where everyone thinks they're moving. We'll find out today." And he starts like running all over the lobby.
I turned to Cornelius and I'm like, I thought Legendary was like an actual like dude who lived in Wisconsin and just beat the shit out of people.
I'm gonna sleep through this. I'm warning you right now.
Cornelius, some guy walks past you and goes, "Me too, man."
Yeah, that guy gets it. Why are we here?
Sanderson and Boo are like freaking out. They look so jazzed. Ahead of you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead. You can plot us up.
I was gonna say further on ahead, you guys can see that there is kind of like a direct entrance into a movie theater, and to get through it, you have to go through a concession stand where they scan your ticket and then let you go in.
Sure, yeah, I pose myself in that line.
Awesome. Boo eventually comes over and he's just like, "Can I get popcorn and a soda and a slushie and a burger, a cheeseburger?"
Popcorn, slushy, smoothie, and cheeseburger.
Honestly, just mostly the cheeseburger because it's Legendary. So
Are
you
you
gotta
gonna,
have cheese
are you going to share the rest?
with you.
Yes, with me, your father.
I guess, yeah. Okay.
All right, kid. I ruffle his hair and I say, "Sure, we can do that."
Cornelius Sanderson is asking for similar. He's like, "Can I have popcorn and a slushie? But I don't want a cheeseburger. I don't like burgers anymore. Can I have chicken fingers?"
Do they have chicken fingers here?
As you guys kind of move forward in the line, actually, let me describe the concession stand for you a little bit. There are 2 guys on either side. One just looks like he's in a regular movie outfit, and the other who's in a regular movie outfit, but he's a big giant chicken mascot on his head. And he's just kind of like motioning, like pointing to stuff. The other guy's like, "Yeah, sorry, today we only have chicken flavored items. It's all part of the new promotion." And again, the people in front of you go, "Do you have popcorn? Anything?" And they're like, "I've got chicken corn," which he pulled out just unpopped corn. I also have like chicken tenders, chicken fries, chicken burger. I have a chicken milkshake, but I don't think that's legal to sell actually. So, it just it's all chicken.
Sorry, Boo. It looks like they're doing the chicken arc after all.
Boo looks crushed.
Yeah, it seems like they really threw us for the old razzle dazzle here. We're calling it Legendary in the pork bowl, but really it's Legendary in the chicken ramen.
I don't want chicken ramen, Dad.
Me neither, kid.
It's okay. I don't think they have that. They've got chicken smoothies.
I hurry us through the concession line as quickly as I can.
All right, he skittens your ticket, and you two are ushered through. Cornelius, Zanderson is like shaking your arm. He's like, Dad, can I have a chicken burger?
Sure. I think that seems like the most reasonable thing on the menu.
The guy's like, would you like some chicken fries with that? And Zanderson is nodding enthusiastically.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome. And he gives you a big old piece of like fried chicken between two deep fried buns, and then what look to be maybe fries.
Can I go up to Chicken Mask Guy?
Sure, you double back. He's pointing to the menu, various chicken stuff on it, and the lady's like, "No, popcorn," and he just shakes his head.
What is that, sir? Sir?
He looks at you and he kind of like gives a little wave.
Hi, how are you? Do you have? You're shrugging. People who are listening to this won't be able to see you shrugging.
He shrugs.
What? Do you have anything like pork related, like for the pork bowl movie?
He shakes his head vigorously.
Just chicken.
He nods vigorously and then offers you a really cold-looking chicken tender.
No, I'm Boo. Do you want any chicken things?
Boo, from next to the doorway that he hasn't left, he goes, "No."
Okay. Just one slushy, please. I guess.
The guy nods enthusiastically. The woman walks around you and she's like, "Sir, I would rethink that," and then continues on her way. And the chicken mask guy kind of does something in a machine behind you. You hear some whirring, clicks the top on, and hands you your slushy.
Oh, thank you. What flavor is this?
He points to the word chicken.
I look down. What is the consistency of the concoction that I have been handed?
It looks like someone took a fistful of chicken tenders and blended it. And so it's not even what I would describe as a liquid, and more so a giant mass in the cup.
Anderson, who has become neutered in his old age, like quietly just passes his card to the man to pay for this good and service that he has ordered.
He swipes it. You are accepted. He gives you a straw that looks like it'll definitely be too small to actually suck up anything, and gives you a little wave.
Can I have my receipt?
He goes, "Yeah, one." Presses a few buttons on, and then you see something print out, and he hands you a chicken skin receipt, like fried crispy chicken skin.
What was I charged for this smoothie, Beth?
$17.95.
Anderson's eyes go wide as he takes the chicken skin and he takes the chicken smoothie. He walks away and then visibly, very deliberately, drops both in the nearest trash can, walks over to his son, wipes his hands and says, "Well, it was a free movie."
He's like, "They didn't have any slushies?"
Nope.
He goes, "Figures," and walks in.
All right, where's my friend? Where's Cornelius?
Cornelius,
I've been standing with the children.
Yeah, you've acquired and paid for. You also got a chicken skin receipt, whether you asked for it or not. And Zanderson is like shoveling chicken fries into his mouth as he stands waiting.
Cornelius, I don't want to like be that guy and assume that something horrible and chicken related is happening in this establishment tonight. Um, and honestly, like, if we're gonna go through like another world shattering fiasco, I'd almost rather it be chicken related, but I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of vibes you're getting from this.
I turn to Anderson fully, and I put both of my hands on his shoulders, and I say, under these suit pants, I stole Phoebe's pocket dimension pants.
The what?
And then I lean in, and I whisper to him, I'm entirely armed.
Do those fit you? Phoebe is
No,
like a foot shorter than
no,
you.
they don't. They do not. They do not fit me. But I am so prepared for something to go wrong today.
Okay, bud. I I head into the theater.
You guys headed when they were scanning your ticket, they actually gave you real tickets, and there is an usher who guides you to your seats, which are all actually very, very nice. Like, think of a upscale ritzy movie theater. You've got a seat that fully reclines. It's got hand rests for each, like both of your arms all throughout, cup holders, super nice. The theater kind of slowly fills in after another maybe 10 or 15 minutes. The screen and the lights, everything dims down, and a voice over the speaker goes, "Thank you all for attending our early access premiere of Legendairy and the Pork Bowl. We hope you enjoy our feature presentation." And the lights go dark, and the movie starts. And yeah, it is an animated movie about Legendairy. He's kicking so much pork ass. It's everywhere. um,
There's a
about
lot of
50
pork
minutes
ass in this movie.
50 minutes into the film, um, there is a loud, "Hey, what?" And then over the loudspeaker, before the lights flick on immediately, the screen flicks off in the middle of a pretty climactic battle sequence, and there is just a very confused silence for a minute.
Is this like the part where the actors come out and they do like the Q&A? I've never been to one of these before.
Cornelius is asleep.
Um, the there is actually the opening and closing of a door, which gets people murmuring, and you just hear confused, like, "Is this a bit?" Whispers, and the two men who were working the concession stand sidle up to the front of the screen and start waving. The guy who's just dressed as a guy says, "Hi everyone. If we could have your attention, hi, I'm Billy Rooster. This is my brother, Dilly Rooster. We just have a quick couple of words for you, and we can get back to what we're doing today."
Your names are Billy and Dilly?
Yeah. Anyway, thank you. Take it away, Dilly. And Dilly kind of like nods and removes the big chicken mascot head to reveal an equally sized but completely real chicken head.
What the fuck?
He opens his arms to everyone and he goes, "Buck, buck, 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 buck." Just going
I am like grabbing Cornelius by the shoulder. I am fucking shaking. I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking.
When Anderson shouted, he woke up. Cornelius is about to become the world's biggest heckler.
Sanderson is just like, "This is the coolest movie I've ever seen," and Boo promptly bursts into tears, and he's like, "No, that was the best part!" He's like screaming, and Chicken Man is starting to get a little like twitchy, but he's still continuing to deliver the same sequence of chicken noises.
Chicken Man,
gesturing wildly.
Put the movie back on.
He turns and he points at you and goes, gives you a thumbs up, and then continues his speech.
Cornelius, what the fuck is this?
I raise my hand and then I stand up and I say, "I can't understand you. You don't have subtitles."
I didn't realize we were watching the dubbed version.
Dilly pauses, and and nods sagely before he turns to Billy, who's like, "Oh, yeah. Do you want to like come up here? I can help with that."
No.
No, it's a fine.
All right.
Yeah. Hang on, come on, don't be fucking rude. I'll come up with you.
What the heck?
I don't
We're
know,
gonna-
but my son is crying. I need this movie back on, and if the quickest way to do that is to get East and West Bumblefuck out of here, let's just go take care of whatever the fuck this is.
Okay. I go to the front of the theater with the chicken
All
men.
right. And Anderson, do you also go to the front of the theater?
Yes.
Okay, you guys both head up to the front of the theater. Dilly kind of gives you like a nod. He's like face is straining, like he's trying to smile, but he's a chicken.
Don't look at me, Dilly.
And he kind of gestures to the crowd and then gestures to the two of you. And I need both of you to make me Constitution saving throws because
we don't do saving throws in Call of Cthulhu, but
sorry,
I will
Constitution
make you Constitution check.
That one. Because at the same time, both of you are slapped upside the head
By Billy or Dilly?
by Billy, who's standing behind you.
What
But
a bitch!
I will tell.
Little
I will
Billy
tell
bitch
you what
boy.
happens after the Constitution check.
All right, 1 second. I gotta pull up my AndersonSheet.pdf file because I knew I passed luck, but it sounds like shit's about to get real. Oh, I passed.
I got an extreme success.
Okay. Here's what happens. Anderson, you white out. You are no longer in control of your character. Cornelius,
I passed.
you passed. You needed an extreme success for this.
You're usually supposed to say what you need to succeed.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry then. You needed an extreme success. My bad. Anderson,
Do you want to
white
push
out.
the roll?
It can't
Do you
get
wanna
any
push-
worse.
That's fair.
Well, I guess it could. Normally you're supposed to tell me what the condition for
Okay.
failing is.
If you fail this, you will lose Anderson for longer than the allotted period of time that he is currently unavailable for. It will be lengthened.
I have a 1 in 8 chance to get an extreme success. The odds are not in my favor.
I'll say if I can sum it up right now, you would not be able to control Anderson for an hour, up to an hour. Because you passed, I can bring it down to like 45 minutes. If you fail this, you will lose Anderson for the next 6 hours.
What the fuck is this? I'm gonna roll.
Did you get an extreme success?
I needed a 12. I got a 10.
Okay, perfect. So Anderson, you fucking lose consciousness for a zip of a second before it just comes rushing back in. You kind of stagger, and Dilly nods sagely and goes to the both of you. But Cornelius, you are entirely unaffected. You just got slapped upside the head.
Dude!
I turn to our slapping guy and I say, So we came to a movie theater to get assaulted?
Billy kind of cocks his head and he goes, "Oh, it didn't work. That's never happened before."
Where's the movie?
Oh, that movie doesn't have anything about chickens in it. And Dilly feels really strongly that if we're gonna have if we're gonna be successful, that we kind of need more branding, like more marketing. And the fact that Legendairy doesn't even have any chickens in it is just frankly quite offensive. So, yeah, we're gonna borrow some of the kids that came to the movie and just have them promote some more content for us.
I put my hand over his mouth and I put my other hand on his shoulder and I say, "Do you know how many movies don't have chickens in them?" You can't answer. You can't answer verbally because I'm closing your mouth for you. You can't say
He shakes his
anything
head
else.
no.
Do you know how much marketing for chickens this movie needs? It's the amount that it has, which is currently none because there's no chickens in the franchise.
I mean, surely you could just like host like Chicken Run, Chicken Little. You can go to any movie theater and just like pay some money and they'll let you host whatever movies you want. There are like a good amount of chicken movies out there. Why don't you make your own? Why don't you like, go I don't first of all, I don't know what the fuck you're doing. I don't like it, and I don't think it's very good, but I don't understand it. So I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're gonna do the right thing and probably fuck off as soon as this conversation is over. There are 100 ways you could address this problem other than smacking my friend and I.
Billy's been watching you, and he's nodding, and he kind of becocks a little bit to Billy, who also nods and then kind of taps your hand, Cornelius.
Or lift my hand.
He goes, Dilly thinks you're right, actually. Just promoting chickens is really stupid. We should have our own chicken movie.
Yeah, go do that. I'll watch it.
I'd go see
I have
it.
a farm. I love chickens.
Chickens are great. Love chickens.
Yeah.
Go get the hell out of here. Go make a chicken movie.
Yeah,
Be gone.
get out of here, you
Bagok.
kids. Bagok, yeah.
They kind of just like both stand there, like look at each other, and Dilly just like shrugs, and walks around the two of you to go over to the rest of the audience, who's kind of all just sitting or standing in total confusion at this point. Billy walks over to, and just fucking clocks the first guy he sees.
Billy!
What?
Bro!
Dilly like nods and then points to another guy. Everyone's freaking out now and it's like starting to run and panic.
I turn
grabbing their
towards
kids and like
Cornelius.
I'm stopping this man.
Yeah, I'm right there
Okay.
with you. Let's go.
all right. As you're heading over, let me describe this before we get into. You're attacking? I'm assuming, right?
Yes.
I'm just.
Okay.
I was just gonna try and restrain him.
Oh no, I'm punching.
Oh, all right.
I'm smacking.
As you guys make your way over, let me get my dice. Billy has now smacked another man who was running by. He just fucking falls over. The first man is getting up. And he is similar to the man at the gate of the parking garage going,
Oh my god, they're chicken zombies!
Dilly puts his hands on both of this like chicken man's shoulders and goes, buck, buck, buck. And the guy goes, ah, and turns his head on the two of you and is going to attempt to rush you. And let's roll initiative.
I guess I'll be throwing hands.
Well, Anderson is prepared to be last in the dex order, as usual. Yep, that would be a typical failure for good old Andy.
Oh man. I also. Oh no, I didn't. I was looking at the wrong one. I was about to say I also failed, but I just barely passed actually.
Okay. I'm gonna say. Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay. First up, is surprisingly man number one. Who,
Man number one.
is coming after you guys. He is going to lunge for you, Cornelius, and he's mostly just going to lunge as if to grab you. What would you like to do?
I'd like to dodge him.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? I'd like to grapple.
Okay. He got a hard success.
What the hell am I rolling for this? Let's see. There's not a grapple skill in this game, right?
It's
No.
I don't remember.
I mean, it's basically just like
Price
you
strength?
would make like a strength contest against him.
Well, I rolled a 15.
Oh, well,
So-
that'll win. Okay, yeah. So because he rolled a 22, so, and I didn't make character sheets for these men.
What?
I'm sorry, I didn't even know if they were going to successfully get anybody. I was like, this could fully just go that they get up there. It doesn't work, and then they beat the shit out of them off the stage, which is where I thought this was going.
I
Which
mean,
made
you're
it
not
slightly
that
to the
far
left.
off.
No, I was gonna say we're slightly to the left, so. Yeah, he goes to grab you. You kind of catch him around the waist, and he just sort of nimbly or flails, kind of in your arms, but he is at the moment pretty incapacitated, Cornelius. Up next is Billy, who is helping man number 2 up off the floor, who's also clucking ominously, and he is just going to basically spend his turn helping this dude up. Cornelius, it's your turn.
I'm throwing the grappled guy to the ground,
Okay.
like hog wrestling style.
Bam! All right. I guess make a strength check.
Oh, I'm doing it. Where's my other D10?
I'll never not forget that there are not saving throws in this game.
I know.
An extreme success.
Oh shit. Okay. You take this man and you fucking slam him so hard that all of the chicken breath goes out of him, and he just kind of like gasps a little bit weakly. He doesn't look like he's going to be able to move very much. Is that how you end your turn?
I guess so.
All right. I immediately lost one of my pretzels. It fell into oblivion. Up next is man number 1, who has got his bearings and isn't doing anything because he's received no instructions. So, Anderson, it's your turn.
All right, I need to just make a few calls to my friends. I say, "Boo! Run!" And Sanderson too, run!
You just kind of, there's a lot of noise going on in this theater. You don't even see them because people are fucking running out at like everywhere and grabbing children.
Shit.
I can't wait for this theater to be cleared out and our children are sitting very politely in their seats like, what are our dads up to?
All right, then instead I don't see them. I turn to Cornelius and I say, "Pants?"
Oh, yeah. I do the unhinged thing, and instead of just pulling down my normal pants, I rip them off like this is some sort of action film. And I've got these crazy fancy pants on underneath, and they're very much too short. They come up to like mid calf. They're definitely too tight at the waist. Pick a pocket, find out what's inside.
All right, I'm gonna wiggle around in Cornelius's left pocket real quick.
All right. Roll luck.
That is a critical success, but luck doesn't really have that. But I'm hoping you'll take pity on me anyway.
I absolutely will. You pull out a fully loaded pistol. The entire barrel is completely full.
Is it my 44 Magnum?
It's your 44 Magnum.
When did you get my gun?
Don't worry about it. Point it at the chicken men.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Chicken Head Man, and I'm gonna fire off 3 rounds at him.
Okay. Go ahead.
Great. First one is a pass. I'm taking a penalty for each of them too. Second one, wow, why is Anderson rolling so damn well today? Second one is also a pass. Nice. Third one is third one's not gonna pass, but I did get 2.
Okay. So you're shooting Dilly, right? The actual
I'm
chicken head dude?
Shooting Dilly. You might not be happy with the damage I'm about to deliver, but give me one second here. Okay. So first shot does 10 damage.
Dilly dies.
Dilly had 10 health.
Or less.
Chicken who worked at the concession stands. He didn't expect you to shoot
The first
him.
damage is 10. He's dead. Oh.
Well,
here's what happens.
Wait,
you
hang
fire
on. I'm
off.
sorry. Can I? Yeah. Can I roll my second damage anyway?
Yes.
Because here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Anderson eat lead rivers.
Hmm.
It has no concept that both of these bullets are going to kill him, so he is of course going to still fire off his second one.
Oh yeah.
Which this one does 9 damage.
Okay. This is what
Holy
happens.
shit.
You shoot off 3 shots. One goes wide and burrows itself in the wall of the theater, and the one of them catches Dilly right in the head, and he just immediately floop. And as he flops over, you somehow managed to shoot him also through the heart, and he falls
The-
over very dead
The
onto
fucking
the floor.
magic bullet.
He fucking pulled out his mafia training from the olden days.
We fucking Lee Harvey Oswald did this, man. The
2 different bullets. It wasn't like
Oh.
it didn't go like whoop. It was the second, as he's falling from the first shot, the second shot catches him through the heart, but it's like a perfect shot.
I'm so sorry.
You shot him,
I
you
thought
shot
we-
him, but the bullet did a U-turn, like that Pokemon move.
I really thought we were doing like a grassy knoll. Like, anyway.
Dilly falls over dead. People go from like freaking out to losing their goddamn minds. Everyone is screaming and running. There's pandemonium. Billy is screaming. The man you hogtied and threw on the floor starts like blinking. And then just like clucking again. And man number 2, who was just wandering around aimlessly, he's now getting like bumped around, but he's still just like normal clucking. And Billy is losing his fucking mind.
I did not think, oh my god, Billy, buddy, I'm so sorry.
It's man number 2's turn, and he's currently on the floor. He's just gonna try and get up.
Man's wriggling.
All right, that is a success. He stands up. And he goes to peck at a very delicious-looking floorboard. Billy's turn, and Billy is cradling his brother's lifeless corpse, and he's like, "All I wanted was for the gentle chicken to be recognized in this day and age."
Dude,
He levels his eyes with you, Anderson, and he goes, "I will ensure that everything you have ever loved suffers."
I'm sorry. I really don't. I thought you were like a Jace level threat. I'm so sorry. I probably would not have shot him twice if I knew he was just kind of like a normal hypnotist kind of guy. I may have really over prepared for this situation. My friend wore his magic pants today.
I'm interrupting you by taking the gun, and I'm kneeling down in front of this man who's crying over his dead chicken brother's corpse, and I say, do not, and I mean this genuinely from the bottom of my heart, do not ever threaten my family like that.
You think we're fair?
Anderson, if I thought there was a moment in my life where you and Atticus and Lily and Rose and the kids would not be in my life, it would be when I die.
That's
Anyways,
so
I
sweet.
turn back to this chicken man. If you ever threaten my family again, in fact, if you don't take back the threat to my family that you just made, I swear to God, I'll go to heaven and I'll find the angels again.
Billy is like staring. He's like, "You're deranged, but yeah, sure, I'll take it back. Don't fucking murder me too, please."
Fix those chicken men.
No, that'll just wear off. I can't undo that.
Okay, well, if that'll wear off, that's fine.
Wait, it wears off?
Just do it for an hour. I just make you think you're a chicken for an hour, but Dilly could talk to chickens and he could control them. And we were gonna have a chicken empire, but it was only gonna last for like an hour.
You were good. Dude, I am so sorry. I thought this was like a Samicus level, like, extinction event. I think.
No, man, I worked at the popcorn counter.
I'm so
Listen,
sorry.
you I'm sorry for your loss, but you have to understand the world we live in.
It's a
like, you know, this
sick
is
and twisted
Connecticut,
fucking
right?
place. I mean, this is like.
I'm from Wisconsin.
Well, New Jersey's got.
I came from the premiere.
Have you never looked at the news before? Do you know
No,
what
I don't
happened in the past year?
No, I don't watch the news. I live on a farm.
I also live on a farm. What's wrong with you?
Oh, my brother died.
Well,
That's
before that,
fair. That's all right. Let's go,
Yeah, the theater's
Cornelius. I think we've
the theater's pretty much emptied out at this point. Everyone's fucking took off running. The two chicken men are still milling about. Several of their family members are trying to corral them, and as predicted, Cornelius, your kids are just sitting up in the stands. Kind of, both of them have like this really shocked look on their faces.
don't worry about it.
It was just part of the show.
This is all
Sanderson
part of the
goes,
show.
and Boo is just like, just gets up and starts leaving.
I turned to Cornelius to make a comment about how my son figured it out and his son didn't. I think about that really nice family comment he made, and I just pat him on the back and I say, let's get out of here."
Mm-hmm. My son eats mud.
Oh my god. At least Cornelius is he's aware. He knows what's going on.
I love that fucked up child who eats mud. There's definitely mud in those pockets.
He's like winking at you, and he's like, "Yeah, I found some tar. I didn't know that stuff was portable.
I
It hardened
I'm
in my pocket."
yeah, I know.
Are
I
there,
know.
Are there
Let's-
police
let's-
gathering outside?
Let's leave.
No, it's mostly just like a couple of like chicken people wandering around aimlessly. It seemed like there was maybe some chicken people planted in the crowd. But because everything kind of escalated, they didn't have time to get activated. And yeah, they're kind of milling around. Otherwise, the street's pretty much emptied out. You can hear sirens off in the distance, but there's no police around or anything.
Were we the bad guys today?
No. I'm refusing to be the bad guy ever again, including if I kill people. So do with that
Ooh.
information what you will.
Boo grabs your hand, Anderson, and he goes, "No, the chickens were the bad guys. I don't like chicken anymore, Dad."
You're a good kid, Boo. Never change.
Boo's just quietly holding your hand as you walk back to the car.
Yeah, no, not another word is exchanged.
And that is your magical movie adventure. It was Legendary, The Cluckening.
My
The name of this episode.
Oh my god. Well,
I was really hoping you guys would get knocked out, because then I was gonna have you wake up an hour later in the theater with your kids missing, and they were literally just gonna be making them film shitty TikToks, being like, "Guys, chickens, yeah."
All those
neither of them would have
TikToks.
survived that.
That was the plan. Billy and Dilly were Billy had 7 health and Dilly had 10.
Why is
because
it
they were
so low?
because they're just people off the street. I literally, there were just supposed to be chicken farmers who were there needs to be more chickens in today's media, and the only thing they know about is Legendary, and there's no chickens in Legendary, so they go hijack the Legendary early premiere to promote chickens, and their thought was, who's cool? Children are cool.
Anderson, who is not a beefcake by any stretch of the imagination, has 12 hit points. How are you gonna tell me Chicken Man had 7?
He was made out of toothpicks. Cut him some slack.
He had paper bones and glass skin. Every morning he broke his arms. Every night he broke his legs.
I'm in complete honesty, I had the 2 ways the fight could have gone. Either you passed and you stayed in the theater, or you failed and it moved to somewhere else in Hartford. but I fully intended for you to just like beat the shit out of the two of them because they were going to activate a bunch of chicken men to go after you. Like the biggest, beefiest men in the room who had like, 20 to 15, like that was going to be their health range. And so was man 1 and man 2. But I literally couldn't get them to do anything because you shot Dilly. And I quite honestly, I almost expected you guys like just yelling at them to leave to work. So I didn't even really want to prep combat too much because I was like, well, maybe there just won't be combat because they get yelled at, and I was almost right.
Oh my god. Well, I do just want to say before we wrap things up, as always with these episodes, thank you so much to our patrons who make this sort of content possible every month. I really hope you enjoyed it. And the Patreon episodes are literally, like, in my opinion, they're a lot more experimental. They're a lot looser, and they're just kind of opportunities for us to try out new things. So as always, if you like stuff like this episode in particular, let us know so that we can plan accordingly for future stuff. Yes, Beth, that's right. That's right.
Don't plan like I do.
More post 2.5 content. That's
Ooh,
right.
Okay,
Beth.
now that I can do, but I would actually just like, plan that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course, we'll see how it all works out in the wash, but we'd love your feedback. If you like it, let us know. And otherwise, enjoy the rest of your month and get ready for hopefully more Two Abridged next month.
All right, thanks for coming. Bye.
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 Yeah.